Carlos, that's why I opened up with this question about, in a future edition of Energy and Civilization, where do you sit and where does Quay sit? Because if you do take as the truth and an inevitability what you're saying, it fundamentally changes the world as much, if not more than, the discovery and ubiquitousness of oil, simply because it creates the geopolitical change. It brings down the cost of energy so significantly, and it also solves the biggest, for many people, sort of existential problem of their generation, which is climate change. That's what gets, me so excited thinking about geothermal. Clearly yourself as well, but how do you think about that? Could you actually be? Now, maybe I'm asking a little bit too personal of a question. When you've had a couple too many beers and, you're sort of just sitting back in your chair and you're thinking, fucking hell, am I actually on the precipice of becoming a Rockefeller or some, entrepreneur type like this?
So I don't seek those things, but if it's any hint, my wife of 21 years, she gives me this book. She gives me the biography of Rockefeller and the biography of Vanderbilt and the biography of all of these people who created the 20th century. Now, I don't seek it for that reason. I seek it because I fundamentally believe in what I say, so I don't shy away from statements as provocative and as bold as the ones I make, because I think I can stand my ground with anybody you put in front of me, right? On a technical or an economic basis. So I have a lot of confidence, but that confidence is not arrogance. That confidence is mission driven. That confidence is the way. There's only two ways we fail in Quays. The first one is this is not feasible, and we realize that in the process, right? That's always a risk. The second one is I specifically as the CEO fail to help the world understand exactly the meaning of these statements I make. There is no energy transition without geothermal, period. If the world says whatever, it just wants money, as opposed to really, really understand what that means, then I fail, because we don't get the resources, we don't get the money, and believe me, $52 million, 75 that we've raised today is not enough. We fail, right? So and that's a problem, because I'm vested in the success of the energy transition of the human species, right? So that's where it comes from. But there's a human side to that, I don't shy away from personal questions, which is you yourself in your thoughts saying, oh my God, what am I doing? Can I really believe that what we're trying to do will succeed? And what if it doesn't? So it creates this dichotomy, this anxiety.
What if it does?
What if it does? What if it? Yeah. And what if it doesn't? Right? Both things fight and rip you apart. So I've had to learn skills to cope with my emotions and my thoughts, to actually come up to understanding. And my wife is a foundation to me, right? She says things like, "If not you, who?" Right? And if you succeed, then the world needs this stuff. There's always in history people that are, or it's hardly ever one person, it's always an army. But there's always those group of people that are pivotal in the evolution. If I happen to be one of those, excellent. If not, doesn't matter. But we gotta move this forward, because I fundamentally believe it needs to move forward.